Hello and welcome to Scotty Hall on YouTube. Today I was strolling around YouTube and I came across a video by a pretty established YouTuber in the YWC, and I listened to it and I had to suffer through it, but at the same time I wanted to give it a chance. And then I felt like I got punched in the face and spat upon, and I don't like the direction and how I was treated viewing it. So I had to get my opinion out there of it and why I think it's happening, and that he needs to realize that with what he's saying is canceling out everything that he has done in the past, and it doesn't hold any credibility for what he's doing and what he's trying to do, because he just needs to realize and come to accept it that he is not what we want. We want better. The name of the guy that I speak of is Gemni888, and I just recently started watching his videos, and there's a couple of them on there where he's spewing off at the mouth saying that nobody cares about wrestling, that they all want drama, that nobody understands wrestling, old school wrestling is better, everything blah 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 blah, which I agree with him about old school wrestling and things like that. But you got to understand the audience that is watching you now, because you have evolved into a grown up, a man. You know, you're getting old. That's why people's not paying much attention to the videos that were from 1988 and 1970, because most of us have already seen that stuff. Why do we want to relive something we've already seen? It's good to go back and look at it and think about it, but anybody from the age of 17 to 13 isn't even going to know what that stuff is, isn't even going to care. Which I agree with you, trying to bring up wrestling history and trying to do good by showing people about this, because you have an insanely humongous DVD collection, which is amazing. But at the same time, you got to realize that you can't just review something that is 30 years old and expect to get views off of it. Because I see that you're saying that I can put up drama videos. That's all the YWC cares about. I can put up a drama video and get 1,000 views off of it. But I can review 1988 SummerSlam and only get 50 views off of it. Nobody cares about wrestling on here. There's not a YouTuber on here that cares about wrestling. Dude, I don't know who you're watching, or I don't know what you're looking at, or you can't find anybody that's talking about wrestling. You got to realize that the reason that people aren't watching your stuff is because they know that all you do is troll and lie to them and start fake feuds like you did just about 2 days ago with WJ. So that makes you a troll and a liar. Why do you think people want to watch drama videos if you don't stick to your guns and use all that wrestling knowledge behind you and put out wrestling videos, and then you're going to dog the 50 people that do watch your videos? I'll put up a pay-per-view review or something. I may get 50 views if I'm lucky, but those 50 views mean the world to me. You don't understand what you're saying to these people. You're telling them that their views didn't matter because nobody cares about wrestling. And then you're going to go off and say that you care about wrestling and you got all these DVDs, but you're putting down the people, the 25 to 50 people that did watch your video. I just don't understand where you're coming from. Go back to the troll point. You said around in about 3 or 4 weeks ago, you actually said that I'm through with the trolling. I'm not about views. I'm going to go and do it the right way. I'm going to have a legit channel. Then you throw it all away to have a fake feud that doesn't even pertain to wrestling or whatever, but it is like a wrestling promo on other people. I don't understand where you're coming from with this. You say you did it to troll us and get subscribers and views off another popular channel. I don't understand where you come from with this, because in the end, if you think about it, you are what's wrong with YouTube. You are what's wrong with the YWC. You sit and try to figure out why people don't do the right thing, why people don't talk about wrestling, why people don't do what you think they should do. Because it's people like you that put us down and make us not want to watch wrestling videos, because you just fell right into the trap of the drama and you wanted to bring popularity to your channel. We're not going to become superstars off this, man. We're not going to get on TV with this. This is just opinions. This is just people getting on here, giving their review of what wrestling is. And in the end, it's a scripted, theatrical play. It's borderline fake other than the physical hitting. So you're lucky you even got the 50 people that did watch you. I just don't understand why you say there's nobody on here that talk about wrestling, when I can name off the top of my head probably 60 people that do. You are what's wrong with YouTube. You sitting here trying to act like a wrestler and start a feud with somebody and then have it all planned out before you even get on camera doing it, and you got 30 beers in front of you, and you're sitting there spewing off at the mouth and half lit on camera, of all places on camera. Why would you drink on camera? I can understand having fun with it, but you can do that before you get on here. Drinking on camera does not make you cool. It doesn't. It doesn't. I just don't understand why you do that. And honestly, if you want my honest opinion, man, your videos are kind of boring. You really don't give the knowledge that you should have by having all them DVDs. If you would make a real wrestling video, and I have seen some of your reviews, and they're pretty good, but at the same time, you don't make eye contact with the camera. It's like, here, I'm Gemini, I'm just going to make a video and just spew off at the mouth and tell everybody they suck. You're cocky, man. You really are cocky. You don't portray to me a legit wrestling video reviewer. Somebody that really sits down and thinks about it and takes care of it. Sure, you may know a lot about the business and you may know a lot about pay-per-views, but honestly, I've heard you say that Andre the Giant was a real man and he was 7'4". You're trying to sell that to people, which is another lie. So you got to realize that Andre was not 7'4". He was billed as 7'4". Andre the Giant was really 6'11", and he wore spacers in his shoes to make him taller. So if you was really into wrestling that much, and as much as you're on the internet, I figured you would have knew that by now. So I don't understand why you can't leave it alone. So to sum up everything, I just think that you should not sacrifice quality for subs and views. You should not lower yourself and totally just turn your back on everybody that does legitimately watch you to sell out just to get something and be greedy for yourself. You should not be about yourself on here. You should be about your audience. You should not look down upon them. That's exactly what I'm trying to portray to you, is that you're looking down upon your audience. You're forgetting about the 30 to 50 people that actually do watch you, and you're selling out to get the 1,500 to 2,000 people that don't even know you exist or care to even watch your video when they do subscribe to you. So why would you end up selling out and going for the big audience that doesn't even matter to you in the end, that are like not even paying attention to you, but you really have legitimate fans that are sitting there watching you and wanting to look at your real wrestling reviews? And you need to realize that you need to tone it down. You need to stop getting so lit, and you need to sit down and actually try to rebuild your audience and quit trying to bottom feed and suck the life out of somebody else that doesn't even have any life anyway in their cell, because they, or you could just start another channel like you've done, 40, 50 times anyway. I mean, who knows what you're going to do, but actually you need to respect the YWC and quit being the problem. You need to be the solution and not the problem. And just remember, we all have a video camera, we all have internet, and we all have an opinion.